Hello, good evening. It's me, Ariza Gaming. How are we all doing this evening? Hello, silly device. I've seen your stuff on Discord. It does look interesting. I'm back for more Oxygen Not Included. It is Thursday. Let us head on over to the game. So, I was doing something on this asteroid with all the metal volcanoes that I had yellow alerted, and I have successfully forgotten what it was. Right, we were dumping water in here. We need to stop dumping water in here because we need this to evaporate. Because the auto sweepers were getting a bit hot. So let's do that. So we're dumping all of the cool stuff out here. This is running and cooling the polluted water in this loop. Gold conveyor setup. Yeah. So, yeah, this is being removed. We're going to replace it with steel. Yeah. Not sure why that was. I think it was because we were out of gold. We were importing steel. But it could just be that I forgot. That's kind of likely. Right, there you go. Yeah, build these, please. That's fine. This will keep running. It'll take a little while to, we've got a vacuum in here again now. More or less. Yeah, the steam is all, condensing. That's good. Yeah, so. Last stream, we built this Iron Volcano Tamer. And the aim is to run all of the stuff that's cooled down to steam temperature through the steam turbine room, which has a polluted water cooling loop running through it. And I'm hoping that's going to be enough to cool it down to a reasonable temperature. We're filling it with more hydrogen. Where is the hydrogen? Yeah, we're pumping the hydrogen from outside the map. Yeah, I know they're going to overheat if there's no steel. I mean, I know they're going to overheat if there's no steam. I'm aware. It says we're out of power. That's because we have actually run out of power. These are running full blast and it's not enough. Let's... These not on? Have I disabled these completely? I have. Let's turn these on again and get some more power. I am going to move these eventually. I might do that today. But,
hello there.
Backup power, go. Hey there, Far. How you doing? You're using the Paku points. But yes, our aim is to evaporate all of this salt water that we dumped in here as soon as possible. And that should happen fairly quickly. And the longer we run this thing for, the colder the polluted water will get. And let's try and cool that down to, like, really cold. See how effective this setup is. Whether we need to change it or not. I'm hoping it will be enough with 2 steam turbines. So I know when they're self-cooled, they can each take about sort of 250 to 300 kDTs of heat. These are actively cooled. So is it going to be more like 850 kDTs each of cooling if they're actively cooled? I don't tend to use these too often. That's what I remember. I remember it being roughly proportional to the power that's generated. But I honestly haven't checked in a while. Yeah, that's running. The Iron Volcano won't erupt for another 36 cycles, so at the moment it's just going to be heated up by this. Gold Volcano is set up here. This should erupt reasonably. This one already is erupting and working. Steam turbine is working on that. We haven't sealed this yet. We'll seal it eventually, but I'm not really that fussed at the moment. In terms of germs, we are eventually planning on getting rid of all of the slime lung. Or rather, just get rid of all the material. I just want to dig out the whole asteroid. Our mission is to get the Lorax to leave this asteroid because we removed all the nature. No, I'm kidding. We're going to leave this bit, hopefully, as a backup source of tufts, in case we accidentally killed them all. If the temp were reasonable, you'd suggest buddy buds. Yeah. So, here's the thing about germs. So, the aim is to have the buddy bud floral scent germs override the slime lung. Now, we have dupes with allergies. I think we have at least one dupe with allergies in this asteroid, so... I'm not sure I want to... I won't actually matter because they're in Atmos suits, so I guess I could do that here. But, I remember them changing... Like, didn't they change it a while ago? Yeah, suits. We need to get some of the hydrogen out of here as well. There's way too much hydrogen here. I think I'm gonna have to. I mean, we want some more hydrogen to fill this room as well. I think I'm gonna have to rebuild that vent up here. So may as well do that now. So deconstruct this. Deconstruct these two. It's fine. Oh, we're building some more deodorizers down here as well, because we're starting to pump in some of the gases from outside of the map into the base. To reduce the gas pressure and to make it so that we can grab the natural gas a bit more quickly. That is floating around out here. We'll just deodorize these. The polluted oxygen. So much polluted oxygen has built up in here at this point that we can't really vent it in here unless we vent it under the water. We're trying to have a decent amount of liquid pressure here so that this keeps erupting. So we're just gonna... I don't know. We'll just let this pump. Let the deodorizers do the pumping. I mean, I'm just trying to take gas from outside the map and put it in the base at the moment. Because I'm trying to fully pressurize the base as well. And yeah, so A, we were trying to grab the hydrogen. B, we're trying to fully pressurize the base, so we're going to pump a little bit more gas than usual at the moment. Just to try and get it there sooner. And then once it is fully pressurized, this will keep it fully pressurized. But, yeah. Right, let's remove the vent here. Priority 9, these deconstructs. Yeah, we don't want to pump any hydrogen in here. This liquid looks like it's almost ready to boil. That's good. So, other metal volcanoes. So, the aluminium volcano is currently erupting. This cobalt volcano goes dormant, like, right now. So, perhaps a good time to set up the cobalt tamer. The only thing is, I'm going to have to do some maths. You have to figure out how many steam turbines to put on this if we're going to keep it self-cooled. And I want to self-cool all of them, apart from the one where we dump all the metal at the end. Because I don't want to fix an aqua tuner to each one of these metal volcanoes. Because we're going to end up with even more wire spaghetti than we already have. I normally like to do them self-cooled, but oh look, it's evaporating the steam. Lovely. Also, no one's actually come in here and built these. What are the priorities at the moment? I guess I've just told you to do some stuff in the base, so that's okay. So let's see, gas. Gas. Put that there. This can go like this. I might just leave this pump here. I want to delete it. I don't want to delete it again. And that sounds really counterintuitive. We're already filtering hydrogen out through here, so I might just pump it. Because we're going to get hydrogen... Oh, wait, I can bridge it onto here, can't I? Ah, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll bridge it onto there. So, if I go down here... Gary. We want to bridge it here. And then only the hydrogen will go through, and the rest of it will let go onto this backup loop. I guess we'll need to build a bridge here. So just build this bridge immediately. Thank you. Yeah, I haven't quite automated this coal yet. I don't want this running most of the time. I'm going to move that coal over here so that it's on top of the natural gas generators. And then we'll hook it up to the spine with a smart battery on the spine. There we go. So that's done. This can go like that. And then this can go down here. And then anything that's not hydrogen will just... We'll just connect... We'll need to bridge this as well. Let's do this. That's not going to connect on unless it's polluted oxygen, is it? Oh, what? If I do that, that should hook it onto this where it gets filtered again. Okay. Spaghetti. This won't need to run permanently. This will just be... We'll leave it built, but this will only need to run while we're trying to get rid of hydrogen. We want the hydrogen to remain up here, and that's it. Because the pressure is not very good here. Well, the plants won't grow into hydrogen. That's what it comes down to. That's why we need to move. That's why we need to deal with it. Because these Dracos are just kind of starving. Yes. We got steam. We got about 40 kilograms of tile of steam in here. We can start dumping salt water in here again, that's okay. It's at least priority 8. And what temperature is this room? So we have a vacuum here, so there shouldn't be any heat leak. This room is cooling down. And then we got the stuff here. The moment the stuff is just dumped here, and it's not really exchanging heat very quickly. I need to dump this in a liquid blob. Perhaps we put a little blob of naphtha here. That would have some mass, that would conduct some heat. Is naphtha thermally conductive? Metal tile. Ah! Yes, because this doesn't conduct heat with anything. We can replace this with a metal tile. Yes, good point. Right, let's put some aluminium here. Naphtha is crap for conducting heat. Yeah, I thought that could be the case. We just want mass. We could just dump some more petroleum on that. But everyone's going to be doing this pipe first anyway, so whatever. We got a minute. So this gold volcano isn't going to erupt today. This volcano is just about to go dormant. This volcano will go dormant in time for next stream. We do already have a temp shift plate here. I put one here as well. I believe we're just making them out of... What are we making them out of? Granite. Because we're going to have a lot of stuff. I don't want to run it on the loop constantly. Right, let's reposition that there. Granite. Okay, I'm not actually sure what you're supposed to build temperature plates at. I mean, normally we build about a diamond. We don't have any diamond here. Something... We have a little bit of gold. We could do gold. I guess we're at the point where we're actually getting some good metals. We have some aluminium as well. We might as well just make it out of aluminium. If like, this is the most important temp shift plate, so let's make this one out of metal. The rest of them are granite at the moment. I mean, the aluminium is going to be super hot, but we'll get that cooled down. It won't melt anything in here, will it? I don't think so. Yeah, if you're building like a large amount of temperature plates, what do you use? Because I normally go with diamond, but we run out of that fairly quickly. And we don't have any on this planet. Cobalt. Yeah. Okay. Let's dump some more petroleum here. Hello, Juneberry. Igneous rock. So that's interesting. So igneous rock is it's like it's a insulator, isn't it? That's why you build all the pipes out of igneous rock. Like yeah, slow heating. Slow to transfer, but holds a lot of thermal mass. So that was some hot aluminium, so that's currently heated everything up. That's okay. It's cooling back down pretty quickly. Yeah, that's good. So once it hits temperature, it's great for steam rooms. Yeah, so igneous rock seems like what you want if you're trying to regulate, if you're trying to keep a room at a constant temperature. Yeah. Well, we made these ones out of granite, and then this one could be aluminium because we need it to conduct quickly. Okay, let's just dump this blob here now so I don't forget about it. What have we got in here? That's slime. Okay. Nothing that's producing germs. We will eventually deal with these germs, but to be honest, I'm kind of just not going to worry about them for now. They will eventually get dealt with. Right, there we go. Little blob of petroleum. Perfect. That'll do. That should be conductive now. Yeah, so that 4 tons of sedimentary rock is cooling down fairly quickly. There isn't actually much else on that loop. Right, let's start loading everything again. Grab all the things. Get us back up to priority 9. I'm running out of power again. Ah, yeah, this does consume a lot of power. I think I may just need to leave this. I think I just need to sort this out now. Let's move this out of the base. I don't want this in the base. This wire is going over here. You know what? Let's actually just build it over here. Super lazily. This doesn't need any. This doesn't need any insulation. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Then storage bin goes there. We will replace this smart battery. I should have done this a while ago. I mean, I had it in the base because we needed it in the base. Because we were running out of power in the base. And we weren't able to fill the suits with oxygen. So that kind of had to happen. But yeah, we can even connect this to the same wire and then just remove this wire. I can just go like that. It's damaged again. What happened here? I think it's just got damaged once. Or did the liquid... Did the pipe burst? Right, so let's actually have a look at this as well, once the day is flipped over. So... we have sedimentary rock in here. It's coming in at about steam temperature. It's coming out at about steam temperature. And then it goes in here. And then that cools down pretty damn quickly. Yeah, look at that. Because it's coming in these 20 kilogram blobs. Yeah, keep boiling all this water. Need another glossy Draco. Here you go. And then this big pile of it is slowly cooling down as well. It's good. Right. Yeah, these things. So coal needs to go in here. Let's remove this. Also, I never plugged this pump in. That's okay. That can run here. The sedimentary rock is reactive. Yeah, I mean, this is set to go off if it's above 130, in which case it recycles it. So if it's at steam temperature, it will just immediately dump off. But if it's hotter than steam temperature, it will loop. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. So. Yeah, getting up to... Yeah, there's no secondary loop. So I'm literally just running it once and then dumping it on this tile. That's what I'm doing at the moment. And then we're going to dump all the other metal onto that one tile. Actually, no, I don't think we are. No, we're gonna connect it here somehow. I'll figure that out in a minute. Right, let us actually remove all of this stuff now. Because I don't want this cluttering up the base. This shouldn't be running most of the time. This should be a backup only. Yeah, remove that. Remove this. And we can actually speed to it now. This seems like enough liquid in here, so we'll stop dumping this now. Yeah, so the liquid is coming out of here about 2 degrees, and then it's warming up to about 16 degrees. So we are using all of the cooling power on this at the moment to get it down to temperature. Hey, live action pixel. It's going all right. We've been doing some metal volcano taming. So we've got a thermo aquatuna cooled iron volcano tamer. This isn't erupting at the moment. We're just heating up the room with this for now to get some steam going. And we're moving all the material that got dropped in here. And it's working quite well. So the sedimentary rock is at steam temperature at the moment. If it's higher than steam temperature, or whatever it is, like say the iron is higher than steam temperature, it'll continue to loop on this. And going up here. Back the abyssalite by hand. I don't know. This isn't going to erupt for 35 cycles. All of this abyssalite will be gone in 35 cycles. Is there a reason? Is there a specific reason not to move abyssalite via a conveyor? But yeah, that's going all right. And then once it gets in here, this is being cooled down by a polluted water loop. And we've got some petroleum on the floor. We've got some hydrogen in the room. We've got some temperature plates, and it will dump it after running through this room once. It gets dumped on this tile here. That has an aluminium temperature plate, an aluminium tile, etc. And then it can just stay there and cool down even further. Hey Fungus, how you doing? Yeah. So actually, something I can do is hook these gold chutes. So currently the gold is just getting dumped by the volcano. What we should actually do is feed all of that material onto this loop somehow. So that's the next thing to think of. But I just want to make sure that we get all this stuff done first. Looks like that's all been removed. Yes, hydrogen. This still hasn't been connected, that's fine. We're trying to pressurize the base as well. Like, our oxygen machine works, but it... Oh, hold on. We're running out of sand. We're still running out of sand. I'm payloading that from the other planet. We got nuclear waste. It's interesting. Conveyor rail blocked. What happened? Oh, this is full. It's just not got enough rad bolts. Okay, now this is interesting. We're not generating enough rad bolts by the looks of it to get sand there quickly enough to fill those deodorizers. Is that really what's happening? I don't think that is... That can't be what's happening, surely. You're out of sand. Well, that's not going to help these work. No wonder we're ending up with this massive backlog of polluted oxygen. Bake ceramic and grind it. Oh, that feels wrong. We did put a rock crusher in here. You are making salt into table salt. Oh, I know it's not... I know, like, it makes sense, like, because we made so much ceramic now from those deodorizers. Like, how much have we made? Let's see. Because we've been converting sand into clay this whole time. So that won't be turning into ceramic, but we can turn it into ceramic pretty quickly. We go to soil. Yeah, we've got 154 tons of clay now. So what I should be doing as well is actually putting a load of kilns somewhere. It's sand positive with injection of coal, which is usually free. Yeah. I mean, we're not doing hatches at the moment. We kind of decided not to do hatches this run. So the coal isn't guaranteed. And how much salt do we have? Consumable ore. Yeah, we've got loads of salt. So at the moment, I'm inclined to just crush the salt instead. We're not going to oxidize the salt. So let's just convert the salt straight into sand. And get some more rock crushers going, maybe. These generate a lot of heat. We're going to make an industrial sauna at some point. It's probably going to go over here somewhere. And then we can start crushing lots of salt. We actually need to do this a bit sooner than we have the sauna ready for, because we can't be running out of sand, otherwise we're going to run out of oxygen. So let's actually think about that now. Just put a few around the place. Get people working on these. Chlorine vent. We have one on neutral ONI. We have a chlorine vent here. Dash of salt mines. Let's build a... I'm going to build another rock crusher here. Just temporarily. I don't really want to build them in the base, because we're generating enough heat in the base as it is. I still need to put a proper cooling loop on this. But the first thing I want to do is I just want to actually get these metal volcanoes tamed. So let's build this rock crusher and hook it up to the aquatuner line, because we know that's free. Are there any other low usage lines? This one has a load of gas pumps on it. So I don't really... Where else is that one going? Yeah, that's the one that's feeding the oxygen machine, so I don't want to put anything on that line. We are pumping the oxygen out of the map for now, so that should help. And we are pumping the hydrogen out of here. So the hydrogen is mostly going... Yeah, as expected, the hydrogen is mostly going into this room. Eventually this room is going to get full, but it's going to take a while. Right, what's the priority list? Yeah, let's get those finished as well. And before I forget, let's build this smart battery here. Everything priority 9 again. Perfect. Put some more water in here. Right. This is not permanent. We just need to make sure that we're sand positive. Temperature is somewhat reasonable over here now. So I'll just build everything out of gold and that should be fine. Build a canister empty and empty the oxygen from used suits. You know, that's actually true as well. Let's do that. I don't know where we'll put that. We'll just put that here for now. I always forget that you can do this. So yeah, that can go here. Here's our lone plug slug. Eventually we're going to feed them excess metal. But that's obviously not a priority at the moment. Motion sensor, here we go. Keep these lit. These need to be lit. And this can be... Yeah, there you go. God, we have so many random gas pumps just everywhere at the moment. Remove these ladders. We don't need these. Yeah, so here's our oxygen. So we've got a nice big reserve of about 1.8 tons of oxygen from the Atmo suits. That's really funny how that works. That is definitely going to pressurize the base. So, remind me, why do they keep dropping oxygen here in canisters? How does that work? Worn Atmo suits. I see. Oh, I see. So when they're worn, they get dropped off here, and the oxygen is evacuated immediately, and then you go and repair the empty worn suit. That makes sense. I'm gonna put a rock crusher over here, but I don't really want the extra heat in this room. Not sure what we're gonna have in this room. Probably not a skills scrubber. You know, I don't expect these to be running all the time. I'm just gonna put them here. We haven't got anything else here at the moment, so I'll just do that. You keep your oxygen for space expeditions? Now, there's no way of automating this, is there? We can't tell them to stop. It won't tell them to stop doing it if the room gets overpressurized. I don't think that... Oh, I mean, that'd be a good problem to have, to be honest. But I don't really mind. What wire is getting overloaded? This one. Shouldn't be. Where else is it getting the power? Oh, there's a jumbo battery somewhere. Ah, hold on. Yeah. There's still a jumbo battery over here. I need to disconnect this. Goodbye. Remove battery. Oh, look at all this hydrogen over here. I forgot about this hydrogen. To be honest, I'm going to leave that there. It looks neat. It looks neat. I want the hydrogen here anyways. Yeah, let's make this priority 9. This room's up to 80 kilograms. I think that is actually enough pressure now. Let's just leave that. I don't want to forget about this. Yeah, this room is a nice cold 10 degrees now. This stuff is cooling right down. I don't think it needs to actually be... I don't think it needs to be any colder than that. So let's set this to 15 degrees. That's fine. So now this will turn off. We won't use as much power. And you're doing the business. So, I mean, you guys all know this, but like, when the dupe stands here, that's where the automation port is, and that's where the dupe stands when they start the errand. That is within range of this. So even though it looks like they're standing over here, that's just the animation for them doing the task in this spot. So it still triggers the light. But that's why I've got it like this. Yes, we need more sand. More sand. Let's see, that's a consumer line as well. What's that for? That is for the arcade cabinet, so we can just plug this straight in. Actually, that's fine. Then we'll remove this a little bit. Not sure what that's for. Yeah, there we go. Remove the oxygen. Actually, it's going to take you ages to do it this way. Let's just fill this room. Let's just fill this room with them. Screw it. What's the wiring on the power spine look like? There's no spine. What do you mean there's no spine? we got our spine right here. Yeah, our power, we do power in a bit of a special way. I don't know why, but I have all my transformers in one spot, and we have the heavy watt wire here where the dupes never go. Also, we emptied this pool of liquid. That's good. And then we literally just conductive wire across the whole map instead. So yeah, the heavy watt wire is contained, and we never have to worry about joint plates or anything, but we do end up with a small amount of spaghetti. But you know me, I like spaghetti. I think like pasta is like one of my favorite meals. I don't know if it's boring or not. Oh, I like it. I don't tend to have it that often anymore. My mum always used to make a lot of it. We used to go out to Italian restaurants when I was a kid. I don't really do that very much anymore. I went to ask like a couple of months ago, and it seems to me like it's really gone downhill since I was a kid, but I don't know whether that's just nostalgia or not. All I know is everywhere is getting more expensive to eat out. And pasta is something I can cook at home. So really, I think the moral of the story is I just need to cook more pasta at home. You trapped. You are actually trapped. I didn't consider this. I guess you can break out the window. That's funny. Also, that's actually... You should do something with this artifact. But yeah, I don't expect these to run all the time. Also, I need to move. I need to get rid of some of this wiring. Not yet. Pod. It's in the pod. We got another farter. Okay. An operator, that's pretty good. Although, obviously at the moment, we are at our max of 10 dupes on that asteroid, so we'll have to print them on the neutral ONI asteroid. But that's fine. I can help make sure that we send more sand over by a payload. Because we should be making stuff over here. How much salt do we have over here? Do we have any salt over here? Because I don't really intend to oxidize any salt. I'd rather just crush all of it. No, we don't have any salt over there. Right. Let's just print you here. No, no. Why does the notification bring me back to this planet? Let me print here. You don't have to rocket them over. So we've got a Traldo, who's operating, hard digging, green thumb. It's a pretty good dupe, actually. Here you go. Welcome, Traldo. All the dupes are now wearing the orange outfits to signify that they're all farters. So you can have, let's see. Again, I've been skilling everyone up just before the start of every stream, just so you guys don't have to watch it. I'm just going to keep you operating, that's fine. And then Travaldo is one with the floor. You are here. There you go. 10th Prime. You got it. The Prime has joined the colony. You guys are probably running out of stuff to do. Yeah. We've currently got a lot of people running on wheels over here. That's okay, though. Eventually, you're going to be ranching the Puffs, so you are going to have more stuff to do.
Sub.
Oh my god, thank you for the Prime live action pixel. Whiskers. Whiskers is grateful for your donation. I've used my Prime now. I used it on Dunkel Slam because I watch him a lot for Noita in the mornings. Do you like me some Noita streaming? Right, let's see. Yes. We need to rename our guy again. He's already off to the wheel. He knows where he belongs. Prime the 10th. Perfect. Yes, thank you very much. Is Whiskers here? Yes, Whiskers is here. Whiskers is just sulking in the corner. She thanks you very much for your Prime sub. As do I. Right, let's see. Yep. Here you are, and this is what you'll probably be doing for the next, like, 100 cycles. Nice. But he'll get trained up at least. It's good. Yeah, we want more of these canister emptiers. I don't want a single canister of oxygen up here. We want to pressurize the space. We are pumping the hydrogen, so that's good as well. Yeah, this stuff is all nice and cold now. Okay, good. I can empty it on site. I mean, yeah, but the reason I'm building all of these is because when you empty it on site, it explodes and gives everyone popped eardrums. Yeah. I mean, that is an option, but yeah, we're going to let it out slowly over here. Yeah, so this coal is working now. Let's set this... So what I want is... I want this to be between 5 and 15. So we only want this to come on after the natural gas fails to keep it running above 10. So this shouldn't be running too much. But good to see that it's working. Also... Yeah, that's turned off. That's correct. Good. Why does this one not say no power? Oh, right, because... Whatever. Yes! Oxygen. Go, oxygen. We're just bobbing up and down. And we're not getting popped eardrums. Because it's being quite careful. Good. Why have I got all these random ladders over here? Let's remove these. $500 grams per second. Oh yeah, it takes an absolute age for these to run. Okay. I may have got overboard. Yeah, you're right. Maybe make these priority 5. Yes, I think we've gone overboard on this. That's okay though. Help us build up some more sand. Oh yeah, that's literally all the oxygen. They've moved all of it now. Well, whatever then. We'll have fun removing these later. Right. Okay, so this is done. This appears to be working correctly. And it appears to be conducting enough heat that we can move stuff there effectively. So let's actually... What I will need to do with this is put a bridge here. And then put a bridge here. I wanted to always dump from this one first, so let's think about this. If I send that back here... Oh, we can't... See, the thing is, I need this bridge to be here to get this loop to work properly, so I need to be careful about how I'm fitting this stuff in. Oh, yeah, I can bridge it over here. Yeah, that works. Yeah, so we wanted to prioritize this bit always. And then the other bridge will come in here. Yeah, that's fine. So what I'll do is I'll put that there. And then I'll put another bridge here. And then I'll disconnect that. And then this conveyor will carry everything else. So the gold. Like that. I'm putting this bridge here just to make sure that this one always has priority. And then this one will go... here. Yeah. And then we'll just keep hooking them up. We'll hook up whatever we want cooling in this room. I.e. all these metal volcanoes over here. So let's priority 8 all of this, priority 9 that bridge. And then we can disconnect that. So there's a little bit too much extra pressure. You know what, let's actually, we don't actually need all of these going. Let's disable a couple of them. There you go. I think that will do. Oh yeah, because it outputs from the shutoff from the input. Yeah, exactly. So we need a bridge there to tell it where to go. Ooh. It's literally cool in this case. Haha, hee hee. Right. Okay, so... yeah, that stuff's going well. So I think while we're building this, I'm gonna priority 5 queue up this volcano tamer, and we'll make another one. So I'm just gonna put the exit here again. This doesn't quite line up with the base layers. Does that matter? I don't think it really matters. We'll have it line up. We'll do something about this. That is igneous rock, so that's okay. I don't need to be paused while I'm doing this. Going here. We will need to make sure that wherever we put the auto sweeper can grab it from down here. That's fine. Let's go in here. We have a load of hot cobalt in here. So what I'm thinking is we dump the first lot of salt water in here, get a load of steam pressure going, and then we just tile the top instead of trying to pump all the gas out. That was pretty quick last time. Yeah. Don't worry, we're not getting oil in here. That's just the visual effect of this being evaporated with the True Tiles mod, I believe. No, it's not True Tiles. It's the Fast Track mod that causes that glitch. There's no oil there. Right, so let's see. Yeah, polluted oxygen is going away. Hydrogen is slowly going away. Oxygen pressure is increasing. Natural gas is building up in the bathroom a lot. Lol. But that's okay. These guys are getting sand again. Looks like hydrogen is full. I see. Let's turn this off for now then. Let's separate that for now. No, that's not going to stop all of that from working. Let's stop this from pumping. Let's stop this from pumping for now. And then, eventually, for the hydrogen, we're going to make an infinite storage hooked up to this vent. But I don't really want to prioritize that. We're just going to get all the volcanoes sorted out first. This is Iron Volcano. This one here is an Iron Volcano. We're doing a Cobalt Volcano down here. Yeah, deconstruct those. Then we'd like to put in a door just in case we need to tell people to sod off. You have a little bit more room here. But yeah, the goal is to cool all of the metal from all the metal volcanoes from steam temperature, which is what these ones will do, to the room temperature. That's the aim. I'm telling you to stop. You don't need all of these to work, just a couple of them. Pressure is slightly too high now. You get cooling all metals besides iron. That's true. They're gonna make all the iron into steel eventually. So yeah, we probably should just leave that as steam temperature and then dump it in the sauna when we eventually do that. That's very true. Oh, also, I need to sever this now. There you go. Do you want a cold refinery in the base? I don't think so. At the moment, I just want to build all these volcano tamers, and then we'll figure out exactly what to do later. Hey, Emmy. How you doing? We are making some adjustments to our volcano tamers. At the moment, we are... I did not mean to tell you to remove that. Do I reload? I feel like there was enough petroleum in here we might get away with this. Let's see if we don't have to reload. That's an immediate do, please. Yeah, hold on. So the petroleum is leaking out. We can sweep that up. It's not going to boil any petroleum. And the funny thing is, because the liquid is flowing through here, it's actually stopping the gases from exchanging at the moment. But that's not going to work for very long. Can you get this fixed in time? He's on his way. I believe. I believe in Pythagoras gas. We're down to, like, kilograms in here. It could work. What's your construction skill? It's pretty good. Okay. I have hope. We accidentally deconstructed one of the tiles. Okay, so the good news is we fixed the tile, so no gas leaks. The bad news is we probably let in a load of heat, but that's okay. Just recool all of this. Right, okay. And then the petroleum in here. That's a lot of petroleum. We need to get all the petroleum out of here so that we don't end up with sour gas. That is the thing. I don't think it needs to be a yellow alert, though. Yeah. Pythagoras gas is on it. What a good lad. He gets the good lad award. You loop your iron down to 176 and refine it inside the steam room. Yeah. Yeah. That probably is what... That is probably going to be what we end up doing, but... I'm going to do this first, just because I don't want all the heat going out into the map anymore. And we'll figure out the logistics of the industrial sauna later. Hey, Nyosa, it's going alright. It seems to be going better than Imi's colony. We made an iron volcano tamer last stream. The volcano is dormant, but we've got it up to temperature. We accidentally just removed one of these tiles, which is not very helpful. But, other than that, the room is functioning pretty well. And we're getting a lot of cold rock out of it at the moment, so that's good. It is definitely cooling things effectively. What's overheated? Door. Yes, I don't really care about that. Disable auto repair. Right. Let's seal this room with a vacuum, and then dump some water in here and get some steam from all the super hot cobalt. Oh, that was super hot. What happened? It's probably still hot enough. And then that will push all the natural gas into the top layer, and then we'll just tile over the natural gas instead of pumping it. Because, believe it or not, we have enough natural gas on this run. That is a thing that we do not lack. So then our shutoff and our conveyor rails are going to look a little bit different. In terms of conveyor rail, I'm going to make these bottom three... Okay, that doesn't need to be yellow though. I'm going to make these bottom three and this top one here out of steel. Because I tried doing just these two out of steel, and then this one melted. So, we'll just do the whole bottom row of steel. And then we'll figure out the loop for this. Yes, thank you, Silly Device, for being so helpful in Discord whenever people have questions. Because I feel really bad when people are posting loads of questions in there, and I'm like, I should probably respond to that when I get some time. And then I look and you've already done it, and it's just like, yes. Yes, because you usually explain things pretty well. A professional backseater. Yes. I'll tell you if I get tired of it, don't worry. Yeah, don't repair this. I don't care about the notification either. So I love the suppress notification mod, because it also suppresses the notification up here, which I actually kind of forgot about. Very appreciated. Right, so now we're releasing this oxygen at a slightly more reasonable rate. The pressure is still a bit too high. I'm just gonna turn off all but one. I guess we didn't need to build this many. Okay, let's do all but two. But we did repressurize the base. And the hydrogen is peeling back, so now our mealwoods are growing again, so we're all good. The hydrogen is cooling down. It needs to be a bit cooler than this. Set it to 20. Okay. What are you currently doing? Wrong button. Feel positive before you have more knowledge. Good. That's exactly how this game works, to be honest. Like you make mistakes, and each time you learn, and you make a few less. You make the same mistakes less often. Like you never stop making mistakes, but they become mistakes that you can handle, and you know how to respond to them. And yeah, it's great. So all the petroleum is out there. I need to move these tanks. I need to put some proper petroleum tanks somewhere. With pumps as well. Whatever we do, we need to get the petroleum out of there. You know what? This is not the most elegant solution, but it is a solution that I'm going to do. We are going... we are going to... we're going to let the petroleum fall into here and just keep dumping it. So I just need to make sure that we have a sweep-only dump. In fact, let's priority 9 these. Speed up a little bit again. Build double wall to the left of turbines. Deconstruct current and empty petroleum there. I'll keep it here for now. Got the pitch pump here. I'll open these up as well. In fact, let's push these over. No, well that actually that might delete the petroleum. Let's leave that. I mean the petroleum spilled down. Whatever. Yeah, this stuff. Yeah, we're gonna just dump that. Yeah. It's fine, we'll sort it out. I want to dump it back in here because we're going to be pitcher pumping petroleum in general. Oops. Yeah, keep building all of this. This gas is getting hotter and hotter, that's fine. We are going to... Now, steam turbines. That's the other thing. So we're going to be self-cooling this. Let's double check how much cooling we actually need. So, here's how you calculate this yourself. We're going to do some maths. So the heat capacity of Cobalt is 0.42 kilodtus per kilogram per degrees C. We're trying to cool it down 2,100 degrees C. And it's producing an average output of, let's say, about 7 kilograms per second during its active period. We're not factoring in the dormancy because we want this to work the whole time it's active. So now, actually, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get my calculator, and we'll sort this out. So just give me a minute. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. I grabbed it. I grabbed the calculator. This is the calculator I use at work. Okay. Let us resume very quickly while we're doing the maths. So, Cobalt. So Cobalt has a specific heat capacity, 0.42 per degree C. We're trying to cool it down by 2,100 degrees, and we're trying to, and we have a flow rate of 11.9 times 76.3 divided by 135.1. We have a flow rate during the active period of 6.72 kilograms per second. So we times that by 2,100, and then we times that by 0.42. Again, which is the specific heat capacity. And have I done something wrong? It gives me 5,000. It gives me 5,928. Oh god, what have I done wrong? So it's 0.42 kDTU per kilogram. So each kilogram needs to be cooled. I've definitely done some math wrong somewhere. You know what? Right. Let me have one more thing. So 0.42 times 2,100. Then times 6.7. I've been interrupted by Drekos. Yes, let us wrangle a regular Dreco. Eat the rest. .42 times 2,100. So I'm just trying to figure out how much DTU of heat energy I need to remove from the Cobalt to keep it cool with the steam turbines. So we have 0.42 DTU per gram per C. The temperature differential is 2,100 C. And then the mass flow rate is 6.7 kilograms per second. And then if I multiply all of that together, then I get 5,909 kDTU per second. That doesn't seem right. I feel like I've done this before and I've got it right. You know what? Let's actually, instead of spreading misinformation, let's actually have a look at the wiki. So just give me a second. Again. No, don't load Twitch. Because if I'm explaining this, I might as well get it right. Right. Okay. Here we are. It's the wiki page. Metal volcanoes. So, let's pause the game while we're looking at this now. So, the maths is on here. So to calculate how many self-cooled steam turbines you need, calculate the output that one turbine can take over by dividing the amount of cooling a turbine can do. Yeah, 292.3 kTU per second, by the amount of heat produced by 1 gram of metal. Then take the average output over the activity period. So now, let's see. So our Cobalt volcano. Have I just grossly misinterpreted? Oh, I realized what I did. I forgot to multiply it by the eruption period. Ah, okay, that's where I was going wrong. So what we do is 11.9 times 30 divided by 748. Okay, this is where I was tripping up. Okay, we're done. There we go. So to summarize the maths, you take the mass flow rate, you times it by the eruption period. So times 30 divided by 748, and that gives you 0.477 kilograms per second over that. So that's what you're looking for. You're not doing it by the active period, you're doing it by the eruption period. So then you times that number by the temperature differential, which is 2100 degrees C. And then you times that by the specific heat capacity of cobalt, which is 0.42. And then the answer you get is, okay, hold on, here it is. Facts. It's 420. There you go. What a nice result. So, each steam turbine can handle about 300 kTU self-cooled. So this tells us that we need 2 steam turbines self-cooled. And that's it. That's the maths. So, apologies for boring you for the last 10 minutes. Now that demonstrates we need to build 2 steam turbines, and we need to make sure that that's all hooked up. So the steam goes out to here. So what we'll do is... we'll put it here. And then we'll need to extend this one out a little bit as well. That's okay. But that's the math that you need to do when you're trying to figure out how many self-cooled steam turbines you need to cool something. And also, where that number, where that comes from, is the amount of heat that can be absorbed by the 95 degrees C water that comes out of the turbine, heating up the 5 degrees constantly at 2 kilograms per second flow rate per turbine. Does that make sense? Anyways, we'll leave that here. Then this can go here. Then you can remove these ladders. Door is broken, that's fine. I'm gonna shut my blind. And what we'll actually need to do as well, instead of... don't build that. What we'll do is... we'll extend it down here. What is this? Oh, we got phosphorus, great. Love me some phosphorus. Oh boy. Yeah, and then remove those. And I think eventually the plan will be to seal these off in their own chambers. We can make a seal in here somehow. I'm not too worried about that. Or we could just put it in this side. That's also fine. I don't really mind. Let's go. Yeah, Rizia Gaming. Good job. Yep, now you're hungry. So the other thing as well, I'm trying to limit myself to 10 dupes per planet. And we have 3 planets, and we have 29 dupes. So if we get another 2 farters, I'm going to have to start colonizing this planet as well. Which I do want to do eventually, but I'm trying to get everything done on this planet first. That's the aim. But if we get a 31st, we'll temporarily look after them here, probably. This is probably the easiest place to look after extra dupes. We have lots of extra beds here. Lots of extra oxygen, lots of water. And then we'll shift them from neutral ONI to the planet. But generally, the aim is going to be to have 10 dupes in every planet. Ah, we're getting long commutes again. Nice. This door pump is working well. That's good. The 31st will temporarily live in a rocket. Yes, exactly. Yeah, let's dump all the sweep-only petroleum back up here. And I'm just going to open this up. Instead of making a better tank. So the question is, what else are we going to put in here? You could probably fit some kilns in here. You know, make some ceramic. We're going to have some extra cooling capacity because these can handle up to 600 kDTUs of heat. So we may as well put some extra heat sources in here if we can fit them. It's not like kilns generate a huge amount of heat, but like, we may as well. Right, this is sealed. Let us dump the oil. Fill this up. Pythagoras. Pythagoras is quickly becoming the MVP. Or MBD, I suppose. So look, we're finally moving all the iron. Oh, okay, this is good. Right, so let's have a look at the conveyor. So we're moving the iron now. The iron is still hotter than the steam, because it had so much heat in it. But it is periodically getting cool, and it's coming out of this conveyor at about 30 degrees. So we are getting enough cooling with this room. And the steam even with the steam turbines generating the heat to cool this down. That's good. Now, obviously, this is just dealing with the residual heat that's in here at the moment. This water is coming in at about 7 degrees. It's coming out at about 20 degrees. So we have got some extra cooling capacity in here at the moment. Also, I forgot to insulate this. Does that need to be insulated? It probably should be insulated. So it's going to be 95C water running past us constantly. Again, why cool iron? Mostly at the moment, just to demonstrate that we can, while we're waiting to build our sauna. But I mean, you need to cool it to steam temperature, regardless. Don't you? Let's just make this insulated pipe. We don't want the water exchanging heat with all of this. In fact, we can make these insulated as well. So let's set construction to priority 8. Right, let's add another oxygen. Yeah, gas situation is much better now. And because we've got so much oxygen pressure, the natural gas is actually condensing as well, so that's good. This room is functioning again. We have a lot of food poisoning germs in this polluted water. So are we ending up with food poisoning germs in the base? Is that what's happening? It doesn't look like it. Not that food poisoning in the air does anything anyways. It's just annoying. Yeah, germs die off in O2. Yeah. And there's no polluted oxygen here because it's passing through the liquid layer in here. Which is why this is working so cleanly. I'm so glad that you showed me this. I mean, we probably would have figured it out eventually, because this kind of works using mechanics that we saw in other stuff we built a while ago. But it's always nice to get a reminder. And I have a lot of radiation. You know, I didn't entirely consider that we put our base right at the top of space, so dupes are just constantly getting a small amount of radiation. This radiation is nothing. The dupes sleeping up here are getting a little bit of radiation. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, I think we're in a pretty good... Why is the coal running? I think what I need to do... What I need to do is I need to set the natural gas from 20 to 30. And then I need to set this to 10 to 20. Because I basically don't want these coal generators to turn on unless the natural gas generators can't handle it. Yeah, that should do. How's sand looking? Is sand positive again? That's good. It's enough to clean the air. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, just a minimal amount of radiation is helping clean the air. Neat. Oh, we got new principles as well. Hold on. No more farters. More fertilizer sounds good. This shearing room is full. Grab a Draco, eat the rest. We're getting quite liberal with the Dracos that we're eating. We have enough of those resources now. We have 50 tons of plastic on this planet, for Christ's sake. I mean, we'll use that eventually. Right, stop dumping oil in this one. Dump oil in this one. Auto bottle it. Petroleum is leaked over here, that's fine. It's alright. We need to sweep up the petroleum that's in here. So let's actually give the bottles only sweeps. And this is just so that when the iron volcano starts erupting, we don't accidentally end up with sour gas in here. Cool iron to assert dominance. Oh, wait, hold on. Disconnect this. Okay, I get it. I get it, game. We need to put a bridge here. Conveyors can get confused. Conveyors get confused in a way that the regular things don't. The pipes. Causes the materials to go back and forth on them. I wonder why that is. I wonder why the conveyor belts react differently to everything else. Oh well, we have lots of mechatronics engineers. kind of fun just watching them go back and forth. Yeah, it's weird that this is different specifically for conveyor rails. So let's connect that. That's okay. I don't think that causes any harm. There's vacuum here anyways. There's vacuum here now as well. Nice. We dumped a bit more oil in here again than I than I should have, but whatever. Let's dump salt water in here. So enable auto bottle again. I don't think we've really made a dent on the map, but we're trying. I mean, eventually we're just going to boil all of this by connecting it to the magma. But we'll do that in a controlled way. I'm not doing skill points. Right, steam turbines. These will be cool. These will be self-cooled. So let's see. It's going to be about 600 watts of generation. Do we have any power lines that are missing 600 watts? Let's see. That one's got 2 steam turbines. Those are actively cooled. Are they actually going to get to, I think these are eventually going to get to 200 degrees. To be honest, I'm tempted to see what happens when... Let's hook this up first. No, we've got extra room, haven't we? Let's keep that on its own separate line just in case we do need to run that room at 200 degrees. That one is the natural gas and the steam generators. That one's the... One's the natural gas, and then the one over here. I like hooking everything up to the central spine, because the steam power from everything then chips into the main power load and lets us use less natural gas, coal, etc. for everything. That's why I'm doing this, is so we can have everything connected. This is solar power. This is coal. I think let's just put in a new line. We'll have a new line that works for both of these volcanoes. Excuse me, right. So that would be this one. Now let's build some lines. There is some very peculiar logic. At this point, I'm just going to dig this abyssalite. I don't care. Here you go. It looks like one of the power thingies is connected wrong. Which one? We just straight up haven't connected this one. We can connect this to something else later on. They're all over the place. Yeah, I was gonna say actually, I thought you were trolling, because I don't know how you would look at this for like 10 seconds and be like, ah yes, that makes perfect sense. Which obviously wasn't my aim when I was designing this, but whatever. So we'll dig this abyssalite. There'll be some heat leakage. Not a huge amount of heat leakage. And I don't really mind if this area gets hot. Eventually, we're going to have to cool this, but I'm not worried about that at the moment. Yes, you can see a small amount of heat leaking off of this abyssalite, because the gas is somehow exchanging heat with it. But I'm not that concerned. But what we'll do is we'll take this wire over here, and then we'll connect this wire here, and then we'll move it down and around. So I can go in there. Go down here. It's fine. Yeah, that'll do. And then we'll do the same down here. Right, looks like we've got some salt water on the move. Let's just evaporate that first and see if that evaporates. I mean, it should all evaporate eventually. Let's at least start with some steam. Ooh, we got some CO2 in here. Gross. How'd the CO2 get in here? The seal is broken? This one isn't. It's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to have a liquid blob here, here, and here. And what happens is, as the oil pours down here, the gas in here gets deleted as it's filled with oil. And then when all the oil moves down to this tile, it forms a vacuum. And that vacuum stays there, provided the oil doesn't evaporate. Which it won't, because it's oil. And we're not going to be moving anything in here that's super hot. Especially now that all the metal is being cooled. That's the other reason why I'm doing this, so I'm not accidentally transporting hot metal everywhere. So this vacuum will prevent heat from leaving here, and it'll prevent the gases from leaving here. Yeah, take the phosphorus out. Right, so we're going to need to get rid of this carbon dioxide. I'm just going to build an airflow tile here. And some steam will leak, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. And then that should just fill in with more natural gas, maybe. It should work. Yeah, that could be priority 9. So, I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to build everything by default on priority 8 now. And then if I have something more urgent, I put it on priority 9. As tempting as it is to just priority 9 everything. Right. Get out of here. There you go. Isn't your plan to move metal into one chamber to cool? Yeah. So the aim is to cool everything to steam temperature in their respective rooms, and then take the 120-ish degree metal and run that over here to get cooled down the rest of the way to room temperature. That is the plan. Because eventually, what we're going to do is surplus metal. Everything outside will still be hot, just not scalding. Yes. Yeah, so when the metal ends up in here, it will be room temperature. And then at that point, we'll send the room temperature metal to the plug slug ranch that we're eventually going to have. And that's where I don't know why we're doing this, I just felt like trying to ranch some plug slugs. So I want that to be room temperature so the dupes can do it in the base. Yeah, you're going to build that before all the steam leaks out. Thank you. Right, so let's dump some more water in here and get all the natural gas pushed to the top of the room. We'll remove this, and then once it's all at the top, we'll just tile it over, and then that'll get rid of all the gases we don't want. And then this is going to be self-cooled, so we are out of gold because we've been using it like a madman. It's fine. Let us use the useless cobalt metal. No, I'm kidding. Cobalt's actually really good. Like, you're right. The thermal conductivity is really good. Like, it's not as good as aluminium, but it's better than everything else. Like, and I fail to realize it sometimes. So we'll just make it out of cobalt. And then we'll just dump that back in the volcano. Oh, the ratio of SHC to thermal conductivity, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, because if we look at the metal, so cobalt has... Cobalt has 0.42 DTU heat capacity, thermal conductivity of 100. Aluminium has heat capacity of 0.91 and thermal conductivity of 200. So even though it's twice as conductive, it contains more than twice the heat energy. So it does heat and cool slower than cobalt. That's very interesting. I will be less harsh on cobalt in future. Also, I've realized that I'm now taking the cobalt, so I don't want to. We'll have plenty of cobalt in here. Just want to make sure that we do actually get this all boiled, which I think is working. Plus, melting point is really good. Yeah, cobalt melts at 1,500. Aluminium melts at 660. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, because I was actually finding that to be an issue when I had my magma volcano tamer. Is that the aluminium tile, when the thing broke, it actually got hot enough to melt. But if it was made of cobalt, it wouldn't have melted. Yeah, so when I actually eventually build the petroleum boiler on this planet, I'll make that interface with cobalt rather than aluminium. Because what I want to make is I want to make a tamer that gets 100% of the mass out of this again. And I don't know what we'll do with the rock, but we'll do something with it. I mean, realistically, I could definitely feed hatches. I haven't been doing it so far to try and maintain performance, but we may do that at some point. Not sure where we do it. It's not very high on my priority list though. Right, probably just one more lot of water. And then we should have whole bottom bit pressurized. I mean, the steam pressure is already much higher. It looks like it's getting there. Needs a bit of persuasion. It's quite fun watching it oscillate. Right, you know what? I think we can start doing this now. So yeah, just tile this. In fact, yeah, don't build the vent. Sorry. Don't build the vent. Build these. So if we're putting the vent there directly over the volcano, We need to put the auto sweeper somewhere where it can reach the bottom. I'm just going to put the auto sweeper here. We can reach all of the bottom tiles. That makes sense. What do you mean you're hot? You're in a suit. Actually, that's true. The dupes do still get toasty in their suits. They have a lot of insulation, but it's not a perfect insulator. You want a lunch now? Oh no, you can't get in here. Ah, I see. I've done a goof. Right, we can remove this. I did this last time. I mean, now we built that, it should stay steam anyways. Yeah, all the natural gas is settled into the top now. We can just tile it over. Oh my god! An emergency. What an emergency. We're actually at 198 followers. So we've done pretty well. We're almost at 200. Just want to see it flip over. No, we've been doing alright. We're up to 343 subscribers on YouTube. So that is 7 cubed. Which is a nice number. Let's see. We did that a bit too fast, so some of the natural gas escaped. Let's just I just deconstruct this one. Maybe it'll all sink into there. Is it gonna just go up into here? Let's see. Well, that went up there. Let's rebuild that. So that deleted that. Now let's deconstruct this one. It does help that we let it erupt for a while. That's really let us helped us pressurize this room. Don't deconstruct that one. Just deconstruct this middle one. Cobalt is so good that it doesn't have any arbitrary effects like 50 to overheat or 69 to decor. I mean, that's also true. Like, if you're looking for a metal to build wires out of and you don't have lead, it's a thing. But you don't need to worry about using it for something better. Like a better use of those parameters. It's not going to behave, is it? Oh, there we go. Okay. Right. Seal that. Seal that. I got a bit zealous trying to do them all at once in that it pushed them out back down to the bottom level because they built them all at the same time. But yeah, we'll get it to around 80 kilograms pressure in here. This should stay in here now. Fast track caused a crash. What? It's not good. It was when we built that tile. Index was outside the bounds of the array? What does that mean? The game is still doing stuff in the background. You can hear it popping. Well, we're gonna have to reload that. Feels bad, man. What will the fish up to? See what happens. Whiskers is still down here, being a lurcher. Being a lurchy loach. Fed them a load of protein pellets. So I think Whiskers snarfled most of them. Now they're just hanging out. But yeah, we got like 2 adolescent babies, so we're gonna have even more fishies. in here. And they made it past the point where Whiskers is going to eat them. So I'm pretty happy with that. You can see emotes on the screen. Yeah, just on this one screen. Because when I try and run the game with this emote wall thing, it lags quite a bit. So I only run it on this screen. Yeah, the Platties are doing alright as well. A lot of them are pregnant again. So yeah, we're going to keep getting more kids, and Whiskers is going to keep eating them, but I'm hoping we're going to have baby fish faster than Whiskers eats them. And then we'll end up with a few more. Yeah, Daniel's doing alright as well. And the plants are doing well, but the only thing is, the fish are eating them, and they're occasionally nibbling the tops off of them, so that's what you can see floating around there. But that's alright. I'll just put it in the brown bin. Right, game. Cooperate. How much progress have we lost on this? We turned off fast track. Okay. Let's see how it goes without fast track. Hello. Where am I? Drecos. What is the situation with Drecos? We need more glossy Drecos over here. That's okay. So wrangle these guys. What about these ones? They're fine. I don't think we lost too much progress. I think we lost like a couple of minutes. Those guys are alright. Right, so I think what we're gonna do... Oh yeah, we're gonna put the vent here anyways. So let's just build the vent here instead. But it's priority 8. Build this tile here. Yeah, so I wonder what caused that crash. Yeah, let's speed up. Speed 2. I haven't really noticed any difference having done that, like turned off fast track. Have you guys been doing fast track recently? How have you found it? This wire is going to come over here. Plug in here. What is fast track? So, fast track is a performance mod that changes a couple of things about how the game runs to help improve its performance. It's very customizable. There's a lot of different stuff going on with it. It's not a Steam mod. It's currently in beta, so you do have to install it manually off the ONI forums. And you have to update it manually whenever a new major game update comes out. So I don't always run it, but I have been trying. Ooh, the game froze them for a minute. It's back now, though. Something interesting is happening. And I hope it's not the sulfur thing exploding again on the other planet. No, the sulfur thing is fine. Sulfur's still cold. This bit is cold again. We're pumping through our surplus of sulfur. I'm so glad we went back and did this. There we go, liquid vent. So now we've got a nice room full of steam. The sweeper is going to go here. Let's have a think about how where the loader is going to go. Probably up here. Well, I want the loader to be by where it's going to exit. I think I'm going to put some kilns in here. Let's do that. Because I just don't have anywhere to put kilns at the moment. Why am I clicking the wrong buttons? Kiln. Put that here. Then the conveyor rail. So that's made out of steel. The rest of it, I think, can be gold without any issues. So that will need to come down here. That will go like this, I guess. Yeah, and then that detail will just match up with the bit over here. Yes. So that's where we're going to put the shutoff. Oh, we won't be able to reach the loader from there. That's okay. I'm going to keep this auto sweeper here anyways. So the loader will need to be there. That's fine. We'll put the loader here. That needs to be made out of steel. I made this out of gold again, didn't I? Yeah. We'll make this out of steel. But yeah, in terms of mods, I believe I have a command. So these are the mods that I usually play with. Nothing that really affects the gameplay too much. Obviously, pliers isn't applicable anymore. I need to change that. Fast track is the performance. Pip plant overlay. That's one. That's this thing here. What it does is it highlights which tiles pips can plant on. So it gives you the rules that the pips plant by. And then it tells you whether it can be planted or not. And obviously, we've demolished most of this asteroid, so yeah. Very handy for pip planting. But yes, not colorblind friendly, that's true. And then one that we do have is tinted agriculture.
There we go.
Hey, Treble Queen, how you doing? I was just explaining all of my mods. I have like a mod command. Not too many mods, just mostly quality of life stuff. But the reason I'm talking about this is because Fast Track just crashed, and I don't really know why. Right, let's stop dumping liquid in here for now. That'll be enough liquid in here until this starts erupting again in 50 cycles. But yeah, we're building a Cobalt volcano tamer. We did some maths. We derived how many steam turbines we needed to self-cooled steam turbines for this volcano, the old-fashioned way. What you do is you take the metal flow rate of the volcano, you multiply it by the eruption period, so times 30 divided by 748. You times it by the temperature flux, so how much you want to decrease the temperature by, and then you times it by the specific heat capacity of the metal, and that gives you the total heat flux per second you're trying to achieve. And then each of these steam turbines, when self-cooled, can handle about 300 kDTUs of heat flux. So this volcano we calculated was generating 420 kDTUs of heat flux while it was erupting during its active period, between eruptions. So we need 2 steam turbines minimum to make sure that this room is kept at 125 that whole time between eruptions. And I got a bit confused earlier, but now I've remembered it correctly. So we're building all this conveyor rail as well. So let's see. Shut off. I'm gonna put the shut off. So we usually like to have a bridge. That bridge needs to exit immediately adjacent to the loader, so that needs to go here. What I could do is... Actually, hold on. Let's think about this. So the bridge needs to exit first, then the loader. Okay. We're gonna have to shut off here. So I think it does need to come out on this tile. What I could do is something like that, maybe? And then what I'll do is... the shut off will go... The shut off will go here. And and then the element sensor will go here. Okay, this makes sense. So I can go there. I don't know why conveyor shutoffs don't overheat, but they don't, so we'll make that out of gold. Information wire goes here. So if the metal is hot, it will go through the shutoff and go into this bridge down here, and then it will load onto the loop again. The loader is immediately next, and then it will go down here and it will recirculate. But the reason you have this bridge here is so that the loop always circulates when it's full, and then any material that needs to be loaded on will be loaded after the loop stops looping. So that is exactly it. That should work. And then we can power all of this. So we need to rebuild the auto sweeper as well, out of steel this time. Would be appreciated. And then the power wire can just go over like this. And then, in this case, this is all, like, above the volcano, so we're pretty safe making this out of these metals. Once the metal gets loaded onto the loop, it'll start heating up the steam, but because we have a large mass of steam in here, to be honest, you could probably build a lot of this stuff with lead and be safe, but I've been burned a few times, so I'm not doing that at the moment. Right, anyways. Let's make that all... Yeah, that's all priority 8. We put the kilns in here. That's fine. I'm going to put these on making ceramic, because we have a lot of clay. We should eventually make this into ceramic, and it's funny how good the kiln actually is at making ceramic. Like, yes, you need to use a little bit of coal, but the efficiency is very good, and it's very convenient to do. And the heat generated is very little. I mean, it's like 20 kDTU, so you don't want to have a load of these in your base. But you can stick one in a steam chamber, and it's going to get cooled right down with everything else. Like, we've got about 180 kDTUs of spare cooling from this. So we could have 9 kilns in here if we wanted. Consider putting loader just before the shutoff sensor. Wait. Yeah, that's what we do normally. So we have the shutoff here. And then that bridge is here. We're kind of doing the same thing. 80 degrees ceramic will exit instead of heating up the chamber. Oh, I see what you mean. I thought we had to put the bridge right before the shutoff, otherwise it got confused. Like, I thought if you put the loader here, then the conveyor would get confused, because that's happened in the past. And that's why I do it like this. No, that doesn't matter. Okay. Let's try it then. So that could just go here. Checks for the input on the line. As long as there's one point of exit and entrance on a loop, it doesn't matter. Okay. Alright, we'll do that then. So if anything cold comes into here, it will immediately get ejected from the loop. That makes sense. So this is where all the material will come out of. This time we won't actually have it bypass into a chute. We will just have it come out here. We'll have it go onto a bridge, so that the conveyors elsewhere on the map don't get confused. And then we'll just send it this way. So that could just go here. We'll try that. We won't see any of this stuff work for a while anyways. Also, worth considering, potentially put a chute in here and dump all the clay from here somewhere else. So let's see, where is the clay currently being dumped? Oh, that was the wrong button. So clay is currently being dumped out here. We could dump clay in the room with the kilns. I just built a chute exit somewhere. But I filled up all this space. I could put a bridge here. If I put a bridge here... If I just... That's what I could do. I could just move this bridge here. Oh, wait, no. Then I need to actually feed it in somehow as well. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have... To be honest, I think I'm gonna have more kilns in this one. So we'll dump all the clay from this machine in the aluminium volcano room. And then we'll do that. Receptacle for coal would be better. Ah, that's something you need as well. That's true. Well, maybe I won't worry about that for now. But if we look at clay, so clay cooks into ceramic at 900 degrees, 900-ish degrees C. So hypothetically, we could cook it all on something that was hot enough, but if we didn't want to use the coal, but that's so much more complicated than just having some coal. Oh, yeah, and it's 50% lost because it turns into a tile. Oh, I forget about that. Oh, that's rubbish. Yeah, you're pretty much just always better off using a kiln then. You just need coal for the kiln. Well, we should have some way to get around that. Yeah, in terms of coal, we're not generating any at the moment. So maybe let's not massively industrialize on that. We'll just have the clay for now and we'll figure out a better use for it later. Yeah, this isn't running all the time now, so that's good. We are burning through natural gas instead, which is good because we're generating a lot of it. And we still need to pump some more from the map. Oxygen pressure is still good. These aren't being used anymore, that's fine. Yeah, once we built this loader, then... Yeah, that still connects up here power-wise, that's good. This needs to be set to above 130. And then what I like to do as well... We've completely vacuum sealed this one because we're trying to get it to room temperature, but for these other ones, at the moment, I'm just letting them vent their heat into the environment. Eventually, I'm going to cover these up, but at the moment, I don't really mind. But we'll dump some liquid in here to help with the conductivity. Looks like I've been dumping some phosphorus here. That's funny. I guess I just needed a place to dump phosphorus. Right, okay, let's load this. Actually, hold on. Give me a sec. This should actually be fully operational now, I believe. So let's turn this on. Vent all the materials. So let's see. We've got 1,000 kilograms of dirt that's really hot. So that is not going anywhere. What have I done wrong? I can't see, I'm blind. Okay, there we go, I just didn't connect this. So the dirt's going through here, the dirt is hot, so that is being recirculated. Bridge is here, so it knows which way to flow. And this does seem to be flowing as intended. The dirt is now exchanging heat with the environment. And will heat up all this steam to the point where it starts running these turbines. Did I ever connect these up? I did. Except I didn't quite finish this wire, but that's fine, because we can do that now. That was not right. These wires need to be swapped. Because that is a consumer line going into a producer and vice versa at the moment. So that will work. Yeah, prioritize doing these. And then we're okay. Cool. Grab some Drecos. Yeah, so this steam is all heating up. This will get to temperature pretty soon. It looks like it's already been running a little bit. Yeah, so here we go. So now they're going to generate heat. Steam goes in at 125-ish, comes out at 95. It's rapidly cooling with the environment because the environment is relatively cold at the moment. But that'll heat up eventually. And that's turning all the heat to power. So let's keep dumping salt water up here. Petroleum would be better, but this should be fine. This isn't going to generate as much heat as these are eventually. Making more sand. How's the sand situation? Kind of breaking even. Yeah, this is running now, so that's nice. We're getting some ceramic in here. If it's cool outside, then maybe redirect turbine output straight down for now, not to cool the chamber too much and heat the outside. I mean, it's already like 95 here now. I said cool, I meant it was slightly cooler than boiling, and now it is boiling. So now we want it all there. Okay, there we go. And then there's all this stuff. So let's start setting up the aluminium volcano. I'm not exactly sure what I was doing here. This is still erupting, so this is going to be annoying, potentially. The aluminium comes out at 1,726. This generates a lot of heat. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. What's the slime situation here? You know what? All this slime has gone away. I'm gonna release all of this water. We're just gonna temporarily block this volcano with water. That'll do. Yeah, dig all of that. Release the flood. Looks like some more germs have died off of this stuff as well. So these are the levels. So this thing is going to be at the same level as this one. I'll make this priority 5. Then one's only on 4. How triggering. How triggering. This one's on 5 and this one's on 4. Neutronian. Also, new printables. I've probably forgotten about this for a while. No more farters, so poke shell. A lot of summer is still getting up to their usual tricks. I'm actually quite impressed that we got this working so early on, and we made that our water source for this asteroid. Yes, release the water a little bit more quickly than this. And then, yeah, dig all the abyss light, that's fine. And then we'll do the same maths calculation for this aluminium volcano as I did earlier. So more maths. So we got 11.5 kilograms per second times 37 divided by 722. So that is an average flow rate of 0.589 kilograms per second averaged over the eruption period. So then we times that by, we want to reduce this by 1,600 degrees. So times it by 1,600. And then times that by the specific heat capacity of aluminium, which is much, much higher, which is 0.91. And that gives us 858 kDTUs. So hypothetically, we could get this done with 3 self-cooled steam turbines, but they would be running flat out the whole almost flat out the whole time, and we would need to make sure that our build was very thermally conductive for that to work. So I think what is preferable is that we make this with 4 self-cooled steam turbines, and we have loads of extra capacity, and we can fit something else in the room to cool as well. And I don't know exactly what that would be. Maybe a metal refinery? No, that wouldn't make any sense. Okay, how that works. I use active cooling only, and I use 3 as well. I don't really know a lot about active cooling, to be honest. I mean, so this thing here is generating 586 kDTU of cooling. So that's running through here. And this water isn't absorbing any of the heat. Yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest. But the idea with this is that the heat that gets transferred in here gets deleted. I don't know. You keep your turbines in vacuum with some petrol, oil, water on the floor, and run the pipe in it. Oh, no. I know what's going on, right? So the 295... So that's the amount of heat that this could delete, because when that heat is getting deleted, some heat is still being produced. And that heat, this heat here, is what this small flow rate of water is cooling. But here, what's going on is you have a much higher flow rate of water that is working to cool it, and that water is a lot cooler. So there's a lot more cooling going on here. Yeah, the self-cooling can't handle steam above 135, because at that point, the turbine is generating more heat than you can get rid of using a 2 kilogram flow rate of 95C water. So this is cooling. So this is getting rid of that heat from here, but the heat that this cooling is only getting rid of this small amount of heat that's being generated here. Whereas this lets you get rid of the full amount of, like, that massive amount of heat being generated for this. So this could be running flat out, and it would be getting cooled properly. Yeah. To be honest, I've mostly just used self-cooling steam turbines. I don't often actively cool these, but I knew I was going to be dumping a lot of hot material in here. So I wanted to keep this cool. Anyways, we've succeeded in filling this with water. We maybe filled this with a bit too much water. So let's put the bottle empties back in here. Let's put a door in here. So the door still works even when it's broken. This makes me question a lot of things. Like, is it not restricting dupe access? Is that the part that's broken? I don't really understand. Yeah, because this isn't going to erupt at the moment because it's overpressure from the water. I'm asking because I literally don't know why it's why it breaking is the thing. Don't need those anymore. Let's remove these ladders as well. Annoyance factor, yeah, that's why it functions. The only function is to, like, persuade you to fix it because it's annoying. Much like food poisoning, germs in the air, etc. Right, oil this, please. Enable auto bottle. And then we'll fit four. Can't quite fit 4 of them in this area. It's not like I'm going to have anywhere else to put these. I'm beginning to think I should just actively cool this as well. To save space. I think that's what we'll do. So what we'll actually do is we'll make a vacuum for this bit as well. So we will seal this in a chamber. And I'll do a somewhat I'll do a vacuum lock in here just so people can get in and out. But I will I'll probably just seal this in fully when it's ready. I made this one 3 tool because that was where the volcano was. We're gonna make this one 4 tool again, because having the extra space up here is helpful. We will need to vacuum seal this. There you go, there's some oil. So you see here, if when you're filling these, it fills all 4 of these tiles, and then the oil drops down into here, and then it forms the vacuum because no gas can come in. You always use active cooling because I like my output at room temperature. So I built adjacent metal ice brick that is cooled in the same loop. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I'm just going to make this actively cooled to save space, I think. So we'll fill this with a little bit of oil. And what I'll do is I'll leave the little blobs of oil here, and I'll probably just tile over this when we're finished. You need 3 turbines to be actively cooled. I think I need to do the maths. I think I need to figure out the maths myself, because it's obvious I didn't really figure it out for the iron volcano. I just knew it would be enough. We have the vacuum in there anyways. Yeah, let's get this finished. Build this fire pole down here. Build this ladder down here. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna wrap up in a minute anyways, because I've got some stuff I need to do this evening. But we're getting to that 10:30 time. But I will do some research. I'll probably actually just do some research on this tomorrow and have a think. But there isn't. I'd like to do it with 2 if possible, just because of we're trying to have some access through here. But I mean, we can block it off if needed. Wiki says 3-2. Yeah, I need to look at the wiki for actively cooled ones. But that's it, that's the final metal volcano. So there were 5 metal volcanoes here. There's no volcano over here. And then it's just a hydrogen vent. You know, that's actually something for me to do. I might do the hydrogen vent tomorrow instead of this. This is going to go dormant soon anyways. It would be good to get a hydrogen infinite storage going. And set up some backup power. I'd probably just put that hydrogen power over here. No. Yeah, have a long gas pipe. Go to those, and then we can plug it in with the smart battery. I really like having these smart batteries on the main spine because it is letting us prioritize when our power sources turn on, which was something that was missing from our previous design. So yeah, I'm going to try and fit as many power generators over here as possible. You can remove these metal tiles now, we don't need those anymore. And then on the slime front, we could remove these as well. That's good. And at this point, I'm just going to start digging absolutely everything we can that isn't slime covered. Get it out of here. I don't think those ladders are matching up anymore. Whatever. Come up here and remove all of this as well. Same for this bit. That doesn't need to be priority 9 though. I'll get that finished for now. And what we'll do, yeah, we'll come back tomorrow. We'll get the hydrogen vent sorted out. And I'll have a think over the weekend about what to do with the active cooling. Because I should know more about this, really. I feel like I may have used to know more about it, and I've forgotten it. Which is frustrating. Also, I feel like we've actually only played like 10 cycles today. Normally we do a bit more speed 2 than this, but whatever. We've had fun. We built the functioning Cobalt volcano tamer, so I'm pretty happy with that. We know it'll be enough heat to, we know it'll be enough cooling to manage it. Yeah, I'll wrap it up in a minute. We'll go raid someone. You've had a lot of fun lurking the stream. Thanks, I appreciate it. I have a lot of fun lurking in your stream as well. It's just, the thing is, at work at the moment, I'm finding it quite challenging to actually dip into people's streams. Like, I'm often watching Willow Rainey at the moment, and I'm trying to watch the Max Not Binary when I can, and have it on in the background, but work has been so involved recently, I haven't really been able to even have someone on in the background, so it kind of sucks. But, and then obviously when I'm not at work, I'm streaming often instead of watching a stream, and then I need to go to bed, so yeah. Right, I think that's enough oil from you. You know what, you can even leave that oil in here, that works. And then we'll just, I mean, that at least seals it off, but we'll want to put an extra blob of gas here. An extra blob of liquid here. But, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it. I don't think I'm going to do anything more today. Wrapping up a teeny little bit early. So apologies about that. But I think we did what we set out to do. So, yeah, let me go and head on over to close out stream. I wonder what caused fast track to crash. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, everyone. I really appreciate it, as always. I like playing video games, and it's nice playing video games with company. We're getting through these metal volcano tamers. We're getting these volcanoes managed. They're going to stop belching out all of their heat onto the rest of the metallic volcanic asteroid. So that's going to make things easier. And it will mean we finally have consistent refined metal that we're not having to refine from metal ore. Because I want to save the metal ore for building other things. We don't have a huge amount of it on this run. I'd rather not run it through metal refineries all the time. Yeah, that's going well. I will be back tomorrow. I usually stream 7:30 to 10:30-ish. Mondays to Fridays. It's currently British Daylight Savings Time, so that affects that. And, yeah. Usually playing Oxygen Not Included. I do play Dyson Sphere Program on Tuesdays at the moment, and we've been having a lot of fun with that. We're getting to the point where we can go and explore the solar system. Or we can go and explore... No, we can go and explore the rest of the star systems in the galaxy. We're going to go get space warpers. So, yeah. That's going pretty well. But the best way to know when and what I'm going to be streaming on each day is to follow me on Twitch. You'll get a notification of when I go live. I'll be saying what I'm doing. And you'll have like five-ish minutes before I actually start playing the game, so you'll have time to jump in before I get started. If you miss a stream, you can find all of the VODs on the YouTube channel, where I upload everything. I have a few different playthroughs on there, old playthroughs, mostly Oxygen Not Included. There is stuff like Noita and Potion Craft on there as well, and I did play through both Subnautica games. If you're a Subnautica fan, believe it or not, I'm a Subnautica fan. Rather feeding them better to wild slugs, yes, exactly. And yeah, there's also the Discord page where we hang out and we post memes and builds, usually oxygen not included. There's quite a lot of discussion guide type videos and tier lists about oxygen not included on my YouTube channel as well, so they're all there. Yeah, it's been good. Yes, thanks again, Live Action Pixel, for subscribing. I really appreciate it. We're slowly chipping away at the fun of all of the equipment I bought for streaming, which is fine. And after that, it's gonna be fish cam. I'm gonna try and get like an actual underwater camera hooked up. That's my plan. But I need to have a think about how that's gonna work infrastructure and maintenance wise. So yeah, that's a bit of a way off. Yes. Thanks again. Let's go raid someone. Let me see who is around. Oversimulated seems like a chill dude. You know, I don't think I've raided Oversimulated yet. Yeah, they're playing at the moment. Yeah, I'll go raid them. I've raided Sushi Queen a lot lately, so let's go raid Oversimulated. And this time, I'll actually type the name correctly, and we won't just raid an empty channel. Right, okay. There we go. So let's see what they're up to. What about rad bolts? Looks like they're on cycle 2,750 something, so they've been going for a while. But yeah, we'll go head over to Oversimulated now. If you have any fish emotes, feel free to spam them. Until then, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.